Good morning, judges and my fellow classmates. As I'm sure many of you already know, in some areas, education is failing. Yet to suggest that Upper Dublin and other suburban schools are failing will be almost ridiculous. Today, my partner Hannah and I indicate the following resolution. Resolve that the United States federal government should enact a policy to significantly improve the quality of teaching in all public schools via one or more of the following areas: compensation, tenure/job security, teachers training/certification, and evaluation for the following reasons. Funded schools are thriving, underfunded schools are failing, and although overall socioeconomic environment is the largest factor of the student's success. For the affirmative to win today's debate, they would have to provide a practical, desirable plan that would significantly improve the quality of teaching in all United States public schools. The key word to this is significantly. If the affirmative fails to come up with the most direct plan to improving education, they would not be able to win today's debate. The negative offers the following definitions pertaining to the resolution. As defined by the Princeton Online Dictionary, significantly is described as importantly, in an important way, or to an important degree. According to Washington Post, compensation is defined as being paid in ways other than salary, for example, retirement benefits, dental plans, etc. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, tenure is known as status granted after a trial period to a teacher that gives protection from summary dismissal. Let it be known that the addition of tenure has made the job of teaching infinitely more attractive. Teacher certification is a process in which a teacher is certified to become a teacher. While certification rules slightly vary state to state in Pennsylvania, teachers must complete a student teaching or intern experience, pass an exam that measures the knowledge of the teacher's potential subjects, and pass a background check. The negative also offers the following definition for the words high poverty school and low poverty school. Quoted from the U.S. Department of Education's website, school poverty measure used throughout is a percentage of a school's enrollment that is eligible for free or reduced price lunch through the National School Lunch Program. High poverty schools are those where 76 to 100% of students are eligible for free and reduced price lunch, and low poverty schools are those where 0 to 25% of students are eligible. 20% of public elementary schools and 9% of public secondary schools in the United States are high poverty using this definition. These high poverty schools educate approximately 6 million elementary schools students and 1 million secondary school students. Contention 1. Underfunded schools are failing. Intercity schools whose students come from lower income families are the reason U.S. education is failing. As of last year, according to a 2010 MSNBC article, 16,122 schools were considered high poverty. In addition, according to a May 2010 Washington Post article, 1 in 6 high school students were in high poverty school situations. According to a report by University of Pennsylvania educator Richard M. Ingersoll, high poverty schools have more trouble than better funded schools in finding permanent teachers. MSNBC also reports that only a small percentage of teachers at high poverty elementary and secondary schools have earned a master's degree and a regular professional certification degree. So what's happening here? There are a substantial number of high school students in high poverty schools. These high poverty schools are unable to attract the certified teachers, and as a result, students are failing. What's happening to these students next? They don't graduate. Low graduation rates can be attributed to poverty. According to MSNBC, the 2007 to 2008 rate of high school graduation at high poverty schools was just a measly 68%. However, the high school graduation rate for low poverty schools was at 91% graduation. In addition to high school graduation, we see that students in high poverty schools are unlikely to attend a 4-year institution. In high poverty school settings, only 28% of high school graduates went on to a 4-year university. However, in low poverty schools, 52% of students attended a 4-year institution. Let it be known that despite the 8% college enrollment increment from 1999 to 2000, college enrollment has remained around the same throughout the years in high poverty areas. Contention 2. Funded schools are succeeding. If so, many U.S. schools are failing. Is Upper Dublin? The answer is probably obvious to you. No. Upper Dublin is not failing. But why? The answer is money. Low poverty schools receive more tax money from districts than high poverty schools do because high poverty district residents, by nature of being high poverty, are not taxed as much because they don't take as much. This is reflected in standardized testing as well. Upper Dublin and other low poverty school districts are succeeding. According to the 2006 PISA results, students in U.S. schools where the poverty rate was less than 10% were ranked first in reading and science and third in math. When the poverty rate of students was 10 to 25%, U.S. students were still ranked first in reading and science. However, the higher the rate of poverty, the lower and lower scores the students achieved. When it's all said and done, the biggest impact on how a school will perform is the amount of money it has. And if we want to improve education, we need to improve funding to these high poverty schools. Thank you, and I urge a negative ballot.